Halfway through the State Paihia Classic, and two real colourful personalities. Mia Wayne Brown of the far north deciding to go across stand-up. Alongside of him in the orange singlet is Blair Tuke, Olympic silver medalist. And while they are enjoying the sights, let's have a look at our race leader Trent Grimsey, 24 years of age, out of Cashmere in Queensland, the English Channel record holder. He won the Santa Surf in 2012 and he is a former Australian open water champion.
So still kicking up that stroke rate at the moment is Grimsey, and a little bit of kick, a bit of a probably a 4-beat kick going on, so that's pretty positive at that stage of the race to be having a kick of that size. A lot of open water swimmers tend to let the legs just flow behind, and that could be the difference. So back to Kane Radford. He's obviously not going to be letting go. He's going to be putting everything he can into trying to chase down Grimsey at the moment.
And this is interesting. We've seen very much a split in this chase group as we now see Philip Ryan looking to try and come back across and get on the feet of Cody Grimsey. This is good stuff. This is tactically what he needs to do. So now what will Kane Radford out to their left-hand side do? Will he look to try and come across? Because at the moment he is in no man's land.
Well, all of them hoping to get the straightest and best line they can, and with them all eyeing each other up. They'll be eyeing each other up and saying, who's got the best line? Who should I be following? Should I be following any of them? Should I take my own line? And that's the magic thing about open water swimming. Navigation plays such an important part, and a race can be won or lost on navigation.
And back to the front of our women's race, Charlotte Webby out of Taranaki in the green cap. The winner of the Santa Surf, 200 metre national butterfly champion over the short course, and she is a former series winner in the State New Zealand Ocean Swim Series.
Doing it on her own a little bit here, but as you said, Mark, she'll be wanting to, she can put her eyes on some of the guys and try and catch them. And Jonathan Whittle still just hanging on to her, or just come off the back of her toes there, so he'll be swimming a bit on his own now. And back up to the front of the field in the pink cap, Grimsey, Trent Grimsey. And I was saying earlier, there's a third brother in the family, Ridge Grimsey, who's looking to come over the Tasman for some of the later races in the series. And the tide playing a very important part in the swim. The swims here are done on the change of the tide, but really does affect the swimmers' direction as they head across to Paihia. And here's a look at Philip Ryan, and he's been recently come back from the World Cup series of open water swims, and he'll be happy with his position at the moment. A beautiful shot of the chopper looking back to Russell, and here the finish line on Paihia Beach.
Well, Trent Grimsey, he'll now be just starting to get a sense that he's not too far away from taking out this first event in the State New Zealand Ocean Swim Series, the Paihia Classic. But he's got to make sure he maintains that concentration, he maintains that composure, because as you get towards the end, it is incredibly physical, but it also gets demanding mentally, and just that slightest lapse in concentration can open the door. But he is certainly an experienced swimmer. You don't hold the record for swimming the English Channel unless you know how to navigate, and look at that. What a wonderful display of swimming from Grimsey, the Australian.
So a big spread in the chase group now, and that looks to be Radford off to the right, and Grimsey looks to have about 80 metres on that chase group. He'll be happy with that position, and he's just getting to his feet, the dolphin diving.
And Trent Grimsey, again, he came here confident he could win this. He's got on the start line, he said goodbye over the first 200 metres, he casually looks back over his left shoulder, and he'll realise that he's won with this with ease, and the Australian will take out event one, the Paihia Classic, in convincing and emphatic style.
And now the race is on for second place, three of them all converging into the finish area. Who's going to take it out? The all-important points for the Elite Series competition.
Well, we already see Kane Radford out to the left, get first to his feet, I think, and Radford now gets the dolphin dive, the wade going, just takes a wee stumble. This is always the tough part, that blood has to run back down into the legs, and New Zealand's Kane Radford will be second, and I think we'll have to bring the camera out for third and fourth. Will it be Grimsey? It'll be Philip Ryan, the National Open Water 10K champion over young Cody Grimsey.
Well, that's a bit of an upset with Cody coming in fourth, so Philip Ryan will be absolutely wrapped with third place. $20,000 up for first place in the series competition for the elite men and women, so some valuable points being gained today.
Well, we talk about the ease in which Trent Grimsey did this, but we now need to bestow the accolades upon this wonderful swimmer out of Taranaki, because Charlotte Webby has sent a message to the rest of the elite competitors. I'm here, I'm the real deal, I want the overall series, and I'll kick it off with a win in the first event. Paihia Classic, the Queen, Webby.
And Mike will get a few words.
Well, not looking too elated at the moment, but I'm sure it'll sink in and say that's a great job done by Webby. And that's Jonathan Whittle, swum almost together all the way. And so he'll be pleased with his 5th or 6th place in the men's field. And here is the 2nd and 3rd in the ladies' field. It is Courtney Carson in the red cap, just coming off the top of her head, racing there, Kirsty Wannon. And Courtney Carson has just tripped on the sand.
Well, I'm not sure she's
struggling to get up here, Mark.
Yeah, I'm not sure she's tripped there, Scott. I actually think it's just complete and utter exhaustion. That is a courageous, what a gutsy swim from her. A real star of the future. Oh, great swim.
Brent, congratulations on the win today. Just talk us through the race, mate.
Oh, thanks so much. I mean, you never really know what to expect in these type of races. So, look, I just tried to get off to a good start, try and get a lead early and hang on to it. And look, it's panned out perfectly for me today, and able to win by quite a bit.
Well, from the water, from outside watching you, you seemed to get out to good lead, and it just kept building and building and building. So you felt as though you were getting stronger through the race?
Yeah, I think I did. The first couple of hundred, like honestly, I haven't raced in a wetsuit since last year. So first couple of hundred was trying to get used to the wetsuit, trying to get my stroke and my rhythm right. But after that, yeah, I just started to feel pretty good, and yes, the race went on and started to feel better and better.
Well, Charlotte, firstly, congratulations on the win. Are you? You said before the race that you weren't at your best form. You're building. How did you feel through the swim today?
I'm glad with the win. A win's a win. I guess I didn't go completely to plan. I had a really bad navigational for me, I personally thought, but I can't be disappointed. I got the 100 points to start the season, so I'm happy with that.
So why did things not go right tactically on the navigation today then?
Just the goggles, really. For some reason they fogged up and I couldn't get them to defog while I was swimming, so I had to stop a bit. But you get that in open water, and that's the fun of it. Challenges arise and you've just got to try and fight them.
And confirming the men's race, Trent Grimsey, a comfortable winner by just on 1 minute over Kane Radford, who's got plenty of work to do between now and the next race. Philip Ryan in 3rd place.
A comfortable win for Charlotte Webby in the ladies' field in 45 minutes. A couple of minutes back to Kirsty Wannon in 2nd. And the 15-year-old from Christchurch, Courtney Carson, rounds out the top 3.
Well, the elites are finished. There's still a number of athletes out there completing the 3.3k. But if the longer distance is not for you, there is an opportunity to swim 1,000 metres in the Step It Up 1000. And some certainly putting it on for the crowd. Great support from family and friends. And while that was being completed, a very special athlete was completing the 3.3k journey, Margot Forrest.
Describe how you became an ocean swimmer.
Okay, so 5 years ago I lost my leg, and then I really enjoyed the water, and I found it easy to be in the water compared to getting around on land, and I got joined a squad and then set some goals, and some of those was to do the ocean swims.
Now, how difficult, how challenging is it swimming with just the one leg?
I imagine it's just quite a bit slower than it was. Previously, I didn't ever do competitive swimming. I've never been very interested in competition, but it's once I got into the pattern of it, it was a lot easier than I thought.
Well, congratulations on the achievement. What was your time, if you don't mind me asking?
I don't know. I believe it was slower than it was last time.
Yes, indeed. Times right across the board, very much slower, but beautiful conditions. And we talked about the Step It Up 1000. But even earlier than that, if you want to experience open water swimming, there was an opportunity to have a crack at the Give It A Go 300, Scott.
That's right, Mark. It's a 300-metre swim off the beach. It's not far, so for the people that are a little bit nervous in the ocean, it's a good one to start with. Most swimmers swim in the pool, so this is their first opportunity to experience some of the differences between swimming in a pool. Obviously, no black line to follow, and have to start looking up regularly. There's all ages and abilities, some with wetsuits, some without, and it's great to see them having a go.
Dashing up towards the finish line.
And the one thing that is common through all the events, there is certainly a competitive spirit in a lot of the youngsters. And if you're inspired by what you see, there are still 5 more races left in the State New Zealand Ocean Swim Series. Check out oceanswim.co.nz. The next race, December 2nd, it is the Harbour Crossing in Auckland. The event also provides an opportunity for the kids to learn about safety in the open water with Surf Lifesaving New Zealand before they do take part in their own little 200-metre event known as the State Ocean Kids.
And the bonus this year, Mark, is the winners of the age groups will become part of the Jetstar Super Swim squad.
Well, it's been another magnificent day in Paihia for the round 1 of the State New Zealand Ocean Swim Series. We look forward to having your company December 2nd for the harbour crossing.